What's up guys, I am Kate Katara with TypeMatch here today with a video about ENFPs and why it is so difficult for ENFPs to maintain or stay in a relationship. So, number one, ENFPs have a high level of enthusiasm but a low attention span. So they might get excited about a person and want to be like all in the beginning, like communicating with them constantly. But if they then see that person gets a little boring, they're gonna kind of move on. So it's not that ENFPs are players or cheaters or anything like this. It's just that they are out there searching for that ideal, that perfect thing, and they're going to like sift through quickly whether you're really that or not. They can really get bored with someone who is routine, and if they see that life with that person is going to be routine and mundane, they're not going to want to invest their future in that. I have my notes here because otherwise I just start talking and get on tangents. So excuse me while I look down and stay on track. Let's see. Yeah, they don't want to be with someone who is stagnant. So with them, you don't have to always be doing super exciting things in your life. You don't have to be rushing off to the Maldives and then seeing a concert and doing like all these different things all the time. It's more that you have to be growing and learning and in your mind, like as a person, to keep them interested. They want to see that you have many layers to discover, because ENFPs love to explore and to try to figure somebody out. So if they can figure you out too easily, they're definitely going to get bored. They don't want to know like what you're going to do, what you're going to say all the time. They want to be surprised. And they're very interested in growing and learning. So they want to be with somebody who can keep up and maintain that level of movement in life. So yeah, you have to be pretty dynamic if you're going to be in a relationship with an ENFP. And they don't want to feel like they're boxed in or that somebody is holding them back. So, number one, high enthusiasm, low attention span. Number two, they want to be with someone who is truly special. So, ENFPs, they love to be special themselves, but they also want to be with someone who is extremely special. So because they are idealists, they have this vision of the ideal partner, the person that they want to be their partner in crime and explore the world with. ENFPs are explorers. I think I read that they're the type that's most likely to like travel or live abroad. And I don't know, I didn't check that. It makes sense because of the way they are. Yeah, so they want somebody who can be their travel partner and explore with them, and not only explore the physical world, but also like the metaphysical world, and to explore different ideas and possibilities. And like I said, just keep learning and growing. And that takes a really special person to kind of keep up that pace. And they want to explore each other's minds. They want to explore their own mind, learn more about themselves, and learn more about you. So you have to be very open to all of that introspection with them. Third, they are picky, but they want to be open to possibilities. So this is kind of a paradox because ENFPs, they don't have the easiest time getting into relationships either. I think that relationships in general are pretty challenging for ENFPs. But they'll spend all this time searching for the ideal partner because they'd rather just be free and be single than settle with somebody. But then when they do find somebody that's special and they get into that relationship, they start thinking of all that they're missing out on, that in fact, they were never missing out on because they're like, oh, but what about all of the other people that I never met and that could be even better? And it's unfair to say that they're like comparing you, but they're not comparing you with people. More in actuality, more is just like comparing you with visions in their mind of people that could exist in the future, even though they never met these people and were single for a long time. But once they get into a relationship, they're like, oh man, but what about that? So this is just the trouble of having NE. So yeah, I think I covered what I want to say. So let's go over here. ENFPs, top relationship compatibility is INFJ, then ENFJ, INTJ, and ENTJ. So in my compatibility system, I match NPs with NJs first and foremost, because I think like if you have that high NE, you really need somebody with high NI who's ready to take on all of that NE. Because yeah, SPs can also be good for NPs because they have NI too, but they're going to get tired much more quickly of like, especially when it's NE Dom, of like hitting with all of that extroverted intuition all the time, like to the extent that like an ENFP or ENTP really wants to. So INFJ, number one, golden pair, and then down the line. So if you're curious to learn more about relationship compatibility, or you're interested in the TypeMatch app, you can check out TypeMatch on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm really on Instagram the most, so I would recommend that one. And then typematchapp.com.